and one member from the fire board to be determined, Chief Collins, and I think that's it.
It's pretty easy. We'll be putting Frank back on the committee.
Great.
From our side, because of his experience.
Perfect.
Roll the eyes, you bitch.
Wow. Seriously, did I just hear that?
What?
Wow.
I just heard, I'm not sure who it was, but someone wasn't muted. Was that Commissioner Cardinelli? Who said she rolled her eyes, you bitch? This is deeply troubling. Deeply troubling.
Yeah. You know, good relationships with all.
How can we have trust if this kind of behavior is occurring?
Yeah.
That's unacceptable.
And you guys won't even show your faces.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
And you,
this is Commissioner Loring. I second, third, fourth, all of that. I'm not sure I don't think we can have a productive conversation from now until I don't know when, but
yeah.
Well,
that was incredibly inappropriate, and I'm really disheartened actually by what just happened.
You know, good relationships are the foundation of this process, and I realize it's been a bumpy road, and I would hope everyone is doing their best, but we need good relationships with all of our partners, not just EMS, not just fire, but our local partners, the Sheriff's Department, town, the EOC, and other county agencies, our MPT. And this kind of thing does not have a place in this process. We are the stewards of taxpayer money, and we are the stewards of emergency health care for our community. And our community deserves better than this. We have asked for cooperation, and it hasn't. This is really hard when you don't feel respected. We're trying to do the right thing for our community, and we're trying to do the right thing for our staff. And a lot of these decisions and a lot of the oversight that this board has over emergency medicine comes down to life or death situations and life or death consequences for our community. And it's very hard to move forward when there's this type of animosity.
I think that to the extent that the comment was as reported, doesn't have a place in this meeting, and it doesn't have a place in a meeting going forward, and it really never has a place in a public forum like this. So I think that there's lessons to be learned by everybody here, and there's lessons to be learned going forward. And I would hope that the attitudes are going to have to change across the board. I think that if we were to shake fingers at people, myself included, there's probably lots of fingers that can be shaken. But I think that comments such as that just don't have a place here, if that's what in fact was said. And I think that we need to put it away, and I think we need to never do it again. And I think that now is a great starting point to say that that type of thing has to stop, or else we're never going to be able to work forward together. Kyle, go ahead.
Duncan, can I ask if that was whoever that was be taken out of this conversation moving forward for integration? I don't know who that was, Commissioner Cardinelli, whoever that was. I think if that person removed themselves from the conversation on integration, we can continue forward. Otherwise, we can't. He should not be on the committee.
Absolutely not.
He's an elected official at this point. I'm saying calling out whatever happened, I think you've done that. I think that right now we need to try to wrap up today to try to see if we have a path going forward and try to do that. I think that there's probably plenty of time to deal with that issue going forward, but he is still an elected official representing the
Right,
fire.
I'm just saying, I don't want him on the steering committee anymore, is what I'm saying. If
And
he's,
I
if he's a
second
steering
that.
committee member, I'd like him replaced with somebody else.
Absolutely.
I do not
I
feel
could not
safe
live with
being a
that. I
member
will
of
not
the-
live with that
Okay,
on
Kyle?
our steering committee.
Yeah, this is Commissioner Loring, and I'm not really sure where we go. Obviously, a lot of people on the phone heard what just happened. I propose that. Well, I'm deeply troubled. I've got serious concerns about a vindictive, misogynistic statement like that occurring in a conversation like this. And frankly, I don't know who it was. It was a male voice, presumably it was somebody on the fire district side. I don't know how we can feel comfortable with an EMS integrating with an organization that has that kind of leadership. Presumably it was the leadership over there. And so I think we certainly deserve a serious apology. I think it needs to be genuine. I don't know how that's going to happen, but I'm not ready to have more conversations about this until that happens. I'm shocked that just happened. I'll be honest. I'm shocked and I'm outraged.
Is there any reason to proceed with this meeting?
I
I'm
think,
happy. I feel that we should adjourn at this point.
Well,
I'm sorry. I apologize, Duncan. I appreciate your
I
time.
fully support that decision.
Okay. For the public
Hey,
hospital
Duncan?
district, I'm going to call for adjournment, and all in favor.
I,
Aye.
As Commissioner Loring, I vote yes.
This is
Thank
Commissioner Lehman, I vote yes.
Thank you,
Okay.
Chair Lindstrom.
Thank you for your time, everyone. We'll address this later, I suppose.
Hey, Duncan, everybody, before you go, I'd like to apologize for that statement that was made on behalf of the fire district. Also, we will be removing Frank from the steering committee as our nominee. And once again, we'd like to apologize for the statement. And we'll be moving Albert onto the committee. And I agree with everything that you all said. So with that being said, I will go ahead and adjourn the fire district's special meeting as well. Thank you.
thank you, Chair Jarman. There's nothing else.